So yes, everyone, আসসালামু আলাইকুম সবাইকে কেমন আছেন? আশা করি ভালো আছেন। আমরা আজকে আমাদের ইন্সপায়ারিং বাংলাদেশ ফ্যামিলি রান 2025 powered by Chuti Resort Coxs Bazar এর প্রথম লাইভ এপিসোড করতে এসেছি, দ্য পডকাস্ট, দ্য ফার্স্ট পডকাস্ট অফ দিস সিজন। আজকে আমাদের সাথে যে গেস্ট আছে from all the way from India, his name is Supreet Singh Khalsa, aka Suri Paaji, and he is a founder of KHELDWAR. Without a further ado, I'm inviting Mr. Supreet Singh Khalsa, aka Suri Paaji. Hello, Paaji, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Sat Shri Akal, first of all.
Absolutely. It was amazing having you with us in this particular podcast, and we will know more about yourself. At the same time, we have a biggest announcement today from Inspiring Bangladesh and upcoming days, upcoming runs as well. So I'm very much excited to have you with us in this podcast. Looking forward to know more about the upcoming thing. So ফর মাই অডিয়েন্স, যারা যারা দেখছেন, আজকে আমাদের কনভারসেশনটা ইংলিশেই হবে এবং আমরা বাংলায়ও কিছু কথা বলবো, সো দ্যাট কানেক্ট করা যেতে পারে। যারা দেখছেন তারা লাইভটি শেয়ার করে দেন এবং আমরা কিন্তু এই পডকাস্টের সময় আমরা কিন্তু গিভ অ্যাওয়েজ করবো। উই উইল গিভ অ্যাওয়ে আওয়ার টি শার্ট, জার্সি, জ্যাকেট, স্মার্ট ওয়াচেস অ্যান্ড আদার স্টাফ। যারা আসলে পডকাস্টটি দেখবেন এবং আমাদের লাইভটি শেয়ার করে দেবেন, so that it will be amazing to give you something out of this. So we are going back to Suri Paaji. Suri Paaji, how's everything with you in India? How's everything?
Yeah, we are doing well in India. Like every week, every 15 days, there is a event happening, means marathon happening in India,
Okay.
even in this off season. So once the season started, mostly in August, in the mid monsoon seasons. So every weekend, maybe in a single city, probably 2 or 3 events in the single city. Yeah.
Wow. So it's quite busy over there in India, right?
Yeah. So once the season start of the marathon from the August onwards, and will end till the March or
Oh,
April every year.
amazing. So as we have seen that you're the founder of KHELDWAR. So what KHELDWAR is doing in India in terms of youth connectivity and mobility? Can we know more about the activity of KHELDWAR? Yeah.
So KHELDWAR terms comes from the uh, Gurudwara in Haridwar. That's how I found this unique name KHELDWAR. It is a purely Sanskrit word, and the motive of the KHELDWar.
It means player, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it's a play.
Yeah.
Dwar means door. Khel means sports. Play.
Yes. And a player, right?
Yeah, player.
Ever
Play.
in Bangla we said Khelwar. So it's
Khelwar.
Khelwar. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is we can say it is a door of the sports. It is an entry gate for the sports. So by the way, Kheldwar is a subject matter experts in managing the marathon across India, and we have team of the specialization people who have experience of decades, more than collectively 500 events experience of the whole team, and we are working with the organizers to streamline their events and make it their event very successful. So more and more participate in the coming years. So either whether it is a concept or idea of that event, or the route management, the specialization in the route management also, the race director part also, venue planning, branding planning. There are lots of things where organizer investing money, time, efforts, everything, and we as a team of Kheldo are helping the organizers to make their event is successful. And in event
Amazing.
industry, we always say we don't want to prove anyone. We want to improve every time. Every single feedback help us to improve our event, whether it is from the runners or from the organizing community.
Right. In Bangladesh, what we have seen, the scenario is growing every single day. As you have noticed, like there are different group of people is coming up with their ideology of running. From inspiring Bangladesh point of view, we started in 2023 with short distance run, 7.5 kilometer in Hatir Jil. This is the runner's
Nice.
paradise, and we started this thing in 2023. And right now we are heading towards our second season, second year. We will eventually move into a third year from August, and we are hosting our sixth running event in Hatir Jil on 25th of July. Those who are watching, they can easily register from our link that is provided into the comment box. So without a further ado, just book your seat. Trust me, this event will be a huge one. With this note, I'm sharing my screen with Suki Paaji to give everyone a glimpse about our last event, which happened in February 28th. On that particular day, there was eight event going on in Bangladesh, but eventually
Wow.
our one is the bigger one. So
Yeah.
let's enjoy our video of Hero inspiring Bangladesh Independence Run season three. That was our season three. So
Hmm.
let's watch the video.
Superb.
So yes,
Nice.
that was the last event যেটা হাতিরঝিলের গত রোজার ঈদের আগে প্রথম ইভেন্ট ছিল। ইট ওয়াজ ওয়ান অফ দ্য বিগেস্ট ইভেন্ট অন বাংলাদেশ অন টাইম। ওই সময় আরো 8টা ইভেন্ট ছিল ঢাকা শহরে, বাট দ্যাট ওয়াজ দ্য বাই ফার দ্যাট ওয়াজ দ্য বিগেস্ট ইভেন্ট। So we are going back to again to Mr. Supreet Singh, aka Suri Paaji. Suri Paaji, you are also working with AIMS and the road measure thing. So last time we visited, we met in Dhaka. I'll come at to this point. So can you tell me more about the process of road measurement and why it's so important? At the same time, why it's so getting important for the race in coming seasons as well? Yeah.
So nowadays measurement is very important. The reason is because of the distance. If you say half marathon, the distance is around is 21.0975 kilometer precisely. It should not be 21.1. It should be 21.0975 kilometer. Not a single inch or meter is allowed. The reason is the runners who are practicing, especially the elite runners, or maybe I can say the novice runners, their hard work for their to perform a very good level in any marathon, in half marathon. So if the distance is 100-meter less or more, so obviously it will affect your results. Here I'm talking about 100-meter. What if the distance is less or more 1 kilometer, and any national records create by any runner? So obviously it will comes as a questionable mark. So the measurements assures that the runners who are running on that course decided and designed by the organizer is accurate. If Hathis is 7.5 kilometer, so it will be a 7.5 kilometer, not less than or not more than 7.5 kilometer. So we, as a measurer, as a certified AIMS measurer, we cycle on the same track where the race is going to happen, and we are cycling on the shortest possible route. If the runner is taking the left, so obviously I'll take a left. I will not add the more radius. Obviously it will add the more distance in the overall route. So where the runner goes, even as a general human being, we are driving our vehicles. So if you want to go left or right, we obviously take a sharp turns. We will not take a more radius. So that same psychology comes during the measuring the route, which we call as the shortest possible route method.
Interesting. That is really interesting, and I have learned so many things while we met last time in Dhaka. And with this note, we want to express deepest thanks from our side, from Inspiring Bangladesh. We are one of the most largest community in Bangladesh in terms of the new runners, because we want to promote a run into for the new people, but also into corporate people, those who don't have that much of time to spend their time in terms of physical health. So we, with this note, we are announcing our half marathon in coming November, with my pleasure, and that will be the AIM certified event from Inspiring Bangladesh point of view. And we have onboarded two certificates with AIMS and World Athletics Federation, right, Paji? Uh,
Yes, it is athletics, the
Yes. So,
international
uh,
body.
so, so we are having our first marathon on November. We will announce the date very soon, and that is the moment we were waiting for last 2 years to announce our first half marathon, and that will be AIM certified. And I hope everyone, those who are watching us and those who are our dedicated fans, they will love it. And we are very much excited to host you guys to our first ever marathon. So we are very much excited. So, Paji, coming to this point, what we have seen, the people in both South Asia, India, Bangladesh, and other countries, people are very much interested about running more into marathon and long distance learn. So, what will be your advice to them as you are, visiting different part of India, Bangladesh, in race directorship and other stuff? So, what will be your advice for them?
So for the runners, firstly, uh, decide the distance which you want to participate, and based on the distance, you practice for that. So
Right,
if you want to participate in half marathon, you should have done at least 10 kilometer, 2 to 3 times. So in training part, it will, if you add the 15 kilometers and you in your training plan, it will help you to without injury to finish to give a good performance in the marathon, in official marathon. So obviously no one want to take injuries, and once the runners get injury, it will demotivate him that in the training part you add fartlek training, intervals, tempo runs, hill training, do some strength training, cycling sometimes, swimming, yoga. So follow training plan by your coach. Okay. So the training plan obviously help you to perform at very good level in any marathon you want. So,
right,
and the diet, the nutrition also. It is not like just you are practicing daily and not taking the proper nutrition diet. So, based on your weight or body structure, or maybe uh, your daily work, daily office or business work, you kindly prepare proper nutrition plan, diet plan, so to cover up the replenish your the daily supplements, required supplements.
right, right. থ্যাংক ইউ পাজি। আমি বাংলায় বলছি, অনেকে যোগ করে ফেলছে, অনেকে যোগ জয়েন করছে যারা দেখছেন। আমরা ফেসবুক, ইউটিউব, লিঙ্কডইন থেকে লাইভে আছি। এনিওয়ান ক্যান শেয়ার দ্য লাইভ, দে ক্যান গেট আওয়ার goodies, merchandise, and other gifts. Just share this live with hashtag IBFR, hashtag Chuti Resort Coxs Bazar, so that you can get some gift from us. কিছু কমেন্ট আসছে। মিস্টার উত্তম কুমার দাস লিখেছেন, আপনারা ফিনিশার মেডেল শো করছেন না কেন? প্লিজ শো ফিনিশার মেডেল। আমরা ফিনিশার মেডেল তো শো করব, সময় হলে শো করব। আমরা আসলে ফিনিশার মেডেল দেখায় রেজিস্ট্রেশন নেই না কখনো। আমাদের যে আপনারা, আপনি যদি আমাদের আগের পার্টিসিপেন্ট হয়ে থাকেন বা যদি দেখে থাকেন, তাহলে দেখবেন যে আমাদের ফিনিশার মেডেলগুলো ভালো হয়, খারাপ হয় না। সো আমরা ফিনিশার মেডেল খুব তাড়াতাড়ি শো করব। আমরা একবার নিয়ে এসে শো করব। সো ডোন্ট ওয়ারি। আপনি যদি রেজিস্ট্রেশন না করে থাকেন, করতে পারেন। পরবর্তীতে ফিনিশার মেডেল দেখলেন, রেজিস্ট্রেশন করতে পারলেন না, স্লট বুক হয়ে গেল, তো দ্যাট উড বি আনফরচুনেট থিং। যারা যারা লাইভটি দেখছেন তারা লাইভটি শেয়ার করে দেন, এবং রেজিস্ট্রেশন লিঙ্ক কমেন্ট বক্সে দেওয়া আছে। রেজিস্ট্রেশন যারা করেননি করে ফেলতে পারেন। আবার চলে যাচ্ছি সুরি পাজির কাছে। সুরি পাজি recently have visited Bangladesh. So what do you think, like the community is growing faster and you have seen so many people are enthusiasts to get AIM certified, and other measures they are taken to take their race or like the program, the event to the next level. So what you are seeing the difference between Bangladesh and other countries in terms of growing culture, and at the same time the registration fees is one of the issues. So what do you think about these two things together?
So it's been 13 years me in a sports industry, specifically the marathon. So I have seen the events growing too much faster, and I have also seen the events who have seen the downfall during the COVID period, especially, and every organizer's efforts, like truly what we say, it's uh, trying, the every organizer's effort is very trying to make their runners happy, and the revolution which I can see after the 2017, it is a fantastic booming in the entire uh, the running world, the marathon world. Okay,
Right.
if you see the Boston Marathon, New York Marathon, now World Marathon measures. So some of type unique things, the unique concept now introduced by many organizers. Okay, and then unique things always attract the runners. Okay, because the runners who, uh, it is not about the winning every time. In marathon we always say that celebrate your finish line, not time. Okay, so that is the very important, because the runners efforts, they want to show in the marathon, that finisher medal, the finisher t-shirts, the enjoyment, you make a new friends. Okay, so now people are investing in the health. Okay, so who are thinking that I'm investing in my health, so he will not see the fees. Okay, but the runner, whoever, I can see after 5 marathon he can participate in one marathon, but some of runners can participate in every marathon to enjoy. So it is about the purchase power of the runners, and obviously the for the organizer side is, it is a inflation. So every year there is a inflations in every country, and in the every country there is a state wise or city wise, there is a different purchase power of the people, and inflation cost, it's matter always. Okay, so I can say every 50 kilometer, the what we say, the the for the same thing rate may be change, maybe more or maybe reduce. So it is up to the economic of that city or country, the how it is performing, the growth rate of that, and that's how the organizers take a decision that now uh, to put a budget and announcing the fees.
Right, 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 right. Very, very, very well said. We have got a comment from Arjuni here. He said the biggest community for our Bangladesh and proud to be a part of inspiring Bangladesh. Let's make history again in the biggest celebration of running and family bondings. Thank you, Nihir, for your wonderful comment. বাংলাদেশের প্রথম ফ্যামিলি রান ইন্সপায়ারিং বাংলাদেশ প্রথম শুরু করে হচ্ছিল গত বছর. That was the biggest ever running event in terms of number, in terms of the volume that we have seen here in Bangladesh. And with this note, we will take a short break, and we will come into our last part of the event. So after the short break, we are coming back again with Suri Paaji. Anyone can ask any question. Remember, if you ask questions, share the live with hashtag IBFR. You can get a jersey from us. So yes, we are back again. So we are coming to the last part of the event, and আমি বাংলায় চলে যাচ্ছি। যারা যারা দেখছেন, আমরা proudly announce করছি আমাদের এইম সার্টিফাইড ইভেন্ট ইন্সপায়ারিং বাংলাদেশের হাফ ম্যারাথন হতে যাচ্ছে, যেটা নভেম্বরে হবে। খুব শীঘ্রই আমরা অ্যানাউন্স করব after this family run. So we are very much excited to onboard AIMS as a certification. At the same time, World Athlete Federation ওটারও আমাদের মেজার করা আছে, যেটা নিয়ে আমরা কাজ করছি ইনশাআল্লাহ. So we are very much excited, and thank you, Mr. Supreet Singh, for helping us getting this thing done. And we are very much excited to have you on board with us as a what I can say, leading this thing forefront. And Suki Paaji, and one more thing we want to ask you regarding the ecosystem, how we can create a win-win ecosystem in terms of onboarding sponsors, cross collaboration, brand promotion, what we have seen into different European countries. I visited Sydney Marathon. There we have seen so many brands are collaborating with each other. So what will be your suggestion for the brands or the local organizers in terms of onboarding different brands together? Yeah.
So for any marathon, sponsors always important. Without sponsors, sometimes organizer may not don't want to do a event because of sponsors. So it is up to organizers' efforts to approach the sponsors. But as per my experience, to approach the brands, the sponsors, companies, corporates, whoever we want to approach. It is about to make them feel why uh, and what you will get if you collaborate with us. It is very important thing. It is a return. It is like if you are investing 100 rupees, what will be your return? The return on investment. What That's how we say in the business. Okay, so to for the brands, always sometimes importance to regularly engage with the community, and that's how their product and services they offer to their customers. Okay, so even the brand and the sponsor is not related to your sports. Example XYZ company, and not relating with the marathon, but you can create any synergies where directly or indirectly they can see that there is a possibilities to become a to associate with the marathon. Okay, you need to create a possibilities. Sometimes brands have another point of view to collaboration. So sometimes organizer have a different view on that. So for the both side win-win situation, get connected and that collaboration happen. So and the important is the again the longer term relationship. The longer term contracts will always help you to keep your sponsors happy, and the new things, the new creativity, whether it is a branding digitally or anything, the human mind have a different ideas always. So and that that make your event very successful. So the
Right.
creativity, you have to see other events videos also, their pitch deck or maybe some kind of anything which you can relate to your event, because every cities, every state, every countries have a different way of approaching. The culture of that country is also important, and the community is also important. So this all parameter, I can see that help any organizer to approach the brands for the collaboration.
Right, right, right. Thank you, Paji. And we have got an interesting question from his MD Misbauddin. Is that in your opinion, what are the key things beginner runners should keep in mind as they start their journey? So, if you can answer that question, Paji, that would be really nice for Misbauddin. Yeah.
Never give up. Never
Right,
give up.
right,
This is
right,
the biggest motivation of the entire universe, I can say.
right,
And the
right.
consistency. You need to keep on just. If you're tired or maybe not able to do, okay, no problem. Next, do you. Sometimes happen during our training schedule that not able to practice that run, and we have to skip it. So it's better that don't take it as a negative, but at least take it as no worry, I'll do it next day. So your way of thinking, it is also important.
Amazing, and I really connected with this. I started my first run with a half marathon without knowing anything, without any preparation, nothing. It was in 2023, that time the largest, biggest government sponsored marathon. I started this. I finished the half marathon. The cutoff time was 6 hours. I finished the half marathon on 4 hours 17 minutes. So that gives me a huge motivation, huge inspiration to take it forward for the coming days. So as you said, never give up. That is the ultimate thing that we always follow. Follow this thing. So with this note, we are coming to the end of this show, this live podcast. এবার আমাদের we will have 10 podcasts in this season. So we started this season with Mr. Supreet Singh, aka Suri Paaji. It was amazing having with you us in this particular podcast. We are live right now with LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. Go and share the podcast so that we can celebrate our first half marathon announcement on November 21st. Yes, 21st November, there will be the marathon, Inspiring Bangladesh Half Marathon in Bangladesh, our first ever marathon. And trust me, this marathon is will be the next level marathon, and that will be certified measured course of world athletes and aims. Hopefully we will announce it after our program on 21st 25th of July. So that is the thing. So we are sharing one of our last video, that was the season 1 of a family run, with our audience, so that you can see it and enjoy that first season of Inspiring Bangladesh Family Run 2024, powered by Sprint in association with Fish Sharona. You can get to know this thing, the biggest run in Hatir Jil on that time in 2024. So let's enjoy the video. So yes, that's it for today's podcast. I've got two more questions to Paji. Paji, as you visited the Runners Paradise in Bangladesh, Hatir Jil, how you will rate Hatir Jil on 10?
11 out of 10.
11 out of 10. That's quite awesome.
I like uh, the awesome route, the winding road, zigzags, and the crossing the bridge, the smaller flyover, the Hathijil Point viewpoint, the amphitheater view. So I like the route very much. Okay, and obviously the Mary runners, the I can say ideal point for the practice because it is a one-way loops. It is and it is like no out and back. It is like purely circular route. So obviously runners will like the scenery view and early morning as the sunrise when the sun goes up slow by slow and you can see the beauty of this the lake I can see in the video. So
Right.
personally, even I visited and that time I really liked it.
Yeah,
Before the
yeah,
visit,
definitely.
I just saw the photos on the Google and YouTube's that how was it the Hathijil Lake.
Right,
But after
right.
visiting the personally, I liked very much.
Right, right. That is really amazing, and I hope you had a last visit on this month, right? How's the experience of your total visit, meeting our community people, all those hospitality? So, how you enjoyed it?
So, very wonderful hospitality by you and your team, Azral, and taken to four places: Hathir Jail, Uttara, Aftab Nagar, and Agargaon. All four places I liked, and the support given by your team. So, thank you so much for that. I really liked it, and I met the organizers. I gave my inputs to that what can be done best to promote your event in your area, the new things, the runners. The last thing is runner. For you are doing for a runners, so obviously you need to take care of their happiness. I can see as if you are running, if any businessman doing his business, so obviously uh, uh, he's thinking for his customer what he can do best for the customers. That's how we as an organizer have to think and do creativity every time. What can be best for the runners as well as the sponsors.
Right, right, right. With this note, we are coming to the end of this episode one of IBFR, powered by Chuti Resort, Coxs Bazar. যারা যারা দেখছেন লাইভটি শেয়ার করে দেন এবং কমেন্ট করতে পারেন যে কোনো কিছুতে। রেজিস্ট্রেশন যারা করেননি, অলরেডি ইনবক্সে রেজিস্ট্রেশন লিংক দেওয়া আছে। স্লট শেষ হয়ে যাওয়ার আগে রেজিস্ট্রেশন করে ফেলতে পারেন। আশা করি খুব সুন্দর একটি অভিজ্ঞতা হবে আপনাদের জুলাইয়ের 25 তারিখ। খুব শীঘ্রই স্লট শেষ হয়ে যাবে। And I would like to thank Suri Paaji for your valuable time, and I really thank you for your upcoming times and upcoming visit in Bangladesh. Would love to invite you once again in our half marathon, maybe in November. Till then, I hope you had a good time. Yeah.
Thank you,
থ্যাংক ইউ
thank you,
পাজি।
Imran.
যারা যারা দেখছেন সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ। আশা করি খুব শীঘ্রই দেখা হবে। ধন্যবাদ সবাইকে।